Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Bears fans, buckle up because the NFL rumor mill is buzzing with some potentially seismic news that could reshape the NFC North and significantly boost the Bears' chances of making a deep playoff run. We're talking about a possible trade that could bring a game-changing safety to the monsters of the Midway. And no, it's not just idle speculation. There are credible sources and insiders like Diana Rossini hinting that this might actually happen. So let's dive into what's swirling around and what it could mean for us. The name at the center of this buzz is Kyle Hamilton, the young safety from the Baltimore Ravens. Now, Hamilton has been a pretty hot commodity since he entered the league. Coming out of Notre Dame, he was heralded as a versatile hybrid safety with a nose for the ball and the ability to cover ground like a top-tier cornerback. His impact has been notable, especially when you consider how the Ravens have used him. He's not just a traditional free safety, he's a chess piece, lining up in the box, deep coverage, or even blitzing. And he's been producing, especially in the turnover department, with a knack for making game-changing plays. Now, according to some insiders, the Ravens are contemplating trading Hamilton. The reason? Baltimore is in a bit of a cap crunch right now, especially with Lamar Jackson's upcoming extension. Rumors suggest that the Ravens are prepared to ship Hamilton off in exchange for a second-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-rounder in 2027. The focus for Baltimore is a cap rebuild, particularly on the edge rushers, which have been hit hard by injuries and inconsistent production. They're prioritizing freeing up money and assets to bolster their front seven and protect Lamar's investment, especially as they look to keep him happy and secure a playoff spot this season. Meanwhile, the Bears, sitting at 6-3, are eyeing that secondary. Their defense has been solid but a bit fragile, especially in the back end. Guys like Brisker and Stevenson have been out at times due to injuries. Brisker with back issues that kept him out for 2 games, and Stevenson with shoulder troubles that have kept him sidelined for 3 games. The Bears are in desperate need of an elite playmaker back there, someone who can lock down the middle, provide leadership, and elevate the entire secondary. And that's exactly where Hamilton fits in perfectly. Imagine him patrolling the field for Chicago, a true all-pro caliber anchor, someone who can read plays ahead of time and make those splash plays that turn the tide of games. Based on his stats this season, 9 games played, 35 solo tackles, 28 assists, 63 combined tackles, 1 sack, and 2 interceptions. Hamilton has already shown he's capable of impacting games. His career totals include 10 interceptions and 250 tackles with 3 Pro Bowls on his resume. Plus, he's graded at an impressive 89. 3 by PFF and allows minimal deep passes, just 51% coverage allowed. His ability to cover the middle of the field and make plays in the passing game could be exactly what the Bears need to shore up their defense, especially against those NFC North rivals like the Packers, Vikings, and Lions who love to throw deep and stretch the field. Now, what makes this even more intriguing is Hamilton's potential fit in Chicago's scheme. He's a versatile safety who can play a variety of roles, much like Minkah Fitzpatrick did when he joined the Steelers in 2019. Fitzpatrick's addition was a turning point for Pittsburgh's secondary, transforming it into a formidable unit that helped elevate the Steelers into playoff contenders. If the Bears could land Hamilton, it's realistic to project that his presence could boost our interception numbers, potentially adding 4 more INTs this season, and significantly improve our tackling, with an increase of around 80 tackles, pushing us into the high 300s as a team. Furthermore, this upgrade could dramatically reduce the number of points we allow per game. Currently, Chicago is giving up roughly 17, 8 points per game, but with Hamilton anchoring the back end, that could dip to around 14 points. Not only would that make us more competitive, but it would also give our offense more room to operate, especially with Justin Fields continuing to develop and our weapons like DJ Moore and the running game gaining confidence. Speaking of the offense, it's worth mentioning that the Bears' ability to control the game's tempo and keep opposing offenses off the field is crucial. But defense wins championships, and the addition of a player like Hamilton could be the final piece in transforming Chicago's defense into an elite unit. His presence would also elevate our turnover rate, moving from 1.5 turnovers per game up to around 2.4, creating more short fields for our offense and increasing chances for big plays. Plus, his ability to cut down on the big plays, reducing big pass completions from 14 per game to about 8, would make us far more resilient against high-powered offenses. And let's not forget the impact on the division. The NFC North is competitive, but with a revamped secondary featuring Hamilton, the Bears could become a nightmare for the Packers, Vikings, and Lions. This kind of upgrade can shift the balance of power, especially if we're able to contain offenses that like to stretch the field and go vertical. It would also take some pressure off our pass rush, which currently pressures quarterbacks at a 34% rate, but could see that jump to nearly 48% with a more disciplined secondary helping to cover and forcing quarterbacks into bad throws. Now, projections for the playoffs are looking better than ever. The odds of the Bears making a run to the Super Bowl could improve significantly with this kind of addition. Right now, the betting odds are around +1, 800, but if we land Hamilton, those could tighten to around +800, making us a real dark horse contender. His presence could be the X factor in clutch moments, similar to how Minkah Fitzpatrick turned the Steelers' fortunes around, and could help us push our odds of winning the NFC from about 30% to over 55%. That's a game changer, especially as we look toward potential matchups against playoff-caliber teams like the Chiefs or the Eagles. The bottom line is that acquiring Kyle Hamilton would be a statement move for the Bears. It would send a clear message that we're serious about competing now and building a defense that can dominate for years to come. It's not just about patching up a secondary. It's about creating a new identity, an elite, dynamic back end that can dictate the pace of games and make life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. It's a move that could solidify the Bears as a true playoff contender and make our Super Bowl dreams a real possibility. This kind of trade echoes past franchise-changing moves, like when the Steelers got Minkah Fitzpatrick and turned their defense into a nightmare for offenses. The Bears are building a new chapter, and adding a player like Hamilton could be the key that unlocks our full potential. Imagine the impact on our wins, our confidence, and our reputation around the league. It's exciting to think about, right? Because if this trade goes down, it might just be the move that propels us into the postseason and beyond, leaving NFC North rivals scrambling to keep up. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Hamilton is the missing piece for us to take that next step? Would you support a trade like this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. This is an exciting time, and the potential of what our team can become is right around the corner. Let's keep the faith, stay loud, and get ready for a bright future with the Bears leading the charge.